master in the art of selling, but everyone needs a little help. That's why we've got the big network. Okay, Tanya from Florida.
How do we nudge our clients to invest without applying too much pressure or being too pushy? Essentially, how do we sell without selling?
All right, Mike, how do you do the big sell without being...
Always be opening. The old school, always be closing. Close, close, close. Always be opening. Keep creating opportunities for them to engage with you in ways that add value, but don't require high risk.
Tricia from Georgia.
What is the best way to convince boutique owners to sell my product? Should I call first or just show up with my product and knock them dead with a great presentation?
Okay, we haven't talked about the cold call at all. We've done a lot of the show with Sarah Blakely from Spanx. Kendra, the door's closed. We talked a lot about when you're already in the room. How about breaking the door down?
I mean, this is a great thing for me because I started going to boutiques and I literally had $500. I made my collection, put it in a tea box, a wooden tea box. I had a 3-month-old strapped in a baby Bjorn. I had all the things against me. And I walked into these boutiques and I just said, hey, give me a chance. This is what I love. I don't know if they felt sorry for me because of the baby or they loved the jewelry, but either way, it
that
worked.
Baby was a bright one. You know what you're doing with that baby. Who are you kidding there, Mike, or to the cold call?
Yeah, I don't think she's got anything working against her here. The more real you are, the better. And frankly, I'm with Dave on this. I'm not a big fan of cold calling. I think you need to find a way to connect with these people without doing it cold on the phone.
But you know what, Donny? I'm in the business of selling me. That's what I do as a speaker. I got on the Rachel Ray show. How? I literally spent 4 hours on her website, upcoming shows, pitch, 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 pitch. I adjusted all of my pitches to what those upcoming shows would be. I've been on the Rachel Ray show twice because I spent 4 hours sending emails.
But you know, part of that prep could be, if I'm trying to sell something to a boutique, I'm not just going to walk into a boutique I've never been in and start pushing stuff at them. If I design fashion, I'm going to wear my fashion in. I'm going to keep on going in my fashion until they say, wow, that's a great idea.
There's got to be a way to do this very quickly. I could never pick up a phone and call people.
No way.
Like, how do people pick up the phone and get people on the phone? Are there any tricks of the trade?
There's absolutely tricks to the trade. The fastest trick to the trade is be conscious but be consistent. Get people to introduce you. That's a transfer of power and credibility. Find somebody else to make that call for you.
But I mean, if I call, how do you get somebody on the phone?
You've got to, learners are earners. You've got to spend the time learning that skill. There's very strong programs. You can go to, like for example, hypnosisnetwork.com, and they've got a set that you can use that helps you get over the idea of cold calling. Constantly program your mind in a way that causes you to say, I'm going to do this, but do it over and over and over again.
Three things in any type of pitch environment. You've got to make sure you can demonstrate that what you're talking about is going to be successful. Number 2, you've got to make sure that it is worth their time. And number 3, you've got to make sure that you have demonstrated that you are the one to deliver. 3 things.
And be unstoppable.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I think, for me, no is merely a suggestion. Remember that.
My mother says no is the beginning of negotiation.
Yeah, exactly.
No is the beginning of negotiation.
Unless you're talking about naughty parts, then that's something else.
It's fine and good, but when you get the 6th no, how do you get the reservoir to keep it going?
Because you're one step closer to getting the yes. Yeah. Every no, you're getting closer to the yes. You don't give up. All of us are here because we don't give up. We don't give up.
I think you have to realistically reevaluate constantly. Yeah. If all you're getting is no, 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 then step back and reevaluate your product. What is it about this that I'm hearing no to? Maybe it's your approach that's wrong. Maybe there's something you can tweak about it. Maybe you're not giving the right offer. Maybe you're not giving the right packaging. And it could be a process you should be learning in the process while you're going along.
And particularly when you're selling to boutiques and places like that, those are often owner-operated kinds of business. You've got to be consistent in order to get to that person. My wife owns a day spa. If you want to get to her, it's going to take a number of calls to get to her. You can't just walk in and hope you will.
Let us in the last minute. I always found it easy if I was walking into a cell and there was a like-minded critter in there. Like, oh, they kind of look like me, or we come from the same world. The more distant, if I would walk into a cell pitch and let's say it was somebody from the Bible Belt and we're very different spaces, how do you quickly build a bridge when you're so different from the other person you're selling to?
Ask powerful questions. Talk about them. Get to know them. That's the seduction, Donny.
Okay, final playbook when we come back.
Need help perfecting the art of selling? You can go straight to the authorities in the Big Network for more help and all the playbook plays at bigidea.cnbc.com.